This week, Seth Johnson and I are headed back to the Novillos Ranch.
See a white belly.
McWhorter Custom Rifles presents
This week, Seth Johnson and I are headed back to the Novillos Ranch. It's our home away from home. We look forward to it every year, and we never turn down the opportunity to go home.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, McMillan Fiberglass Stocks, Swarovski Optic, Hornady Ammunition, and Borden Accuracy.
The Novillos Ranch, you've heard us talk about it before. It's so easy to talk about because it's such a great place. Through the years, we've watched Jackie make it into one of the premier ranches in South Texas. Everybody knows the name, and it's not just because of the TV show and we hunt there a lot. It's just the fact that everybody knows the quality of deer that comes there. Everybody knows the Scoggins. Everybody knows the input they put into that ranch. It's just a typical South Texas hunting, pasture, lodge, family-oriented Texas deer lease, and you can't get any better. We've had management bucks that have slipped us for years, and we've had trophies that slipped us for years. It's not an easy hunt. It can be sometimes, but I think it's more luck than anything else. If you get the weather right, and the right doe and the right buck and everything kind of falls in order, you're going to get it, but sometimes you don't. But it's just a great place to hunt. It's the way I grew up hunting, and I never refuse an opportunity to go to the Novillos Ranch. We've had a few memories here on this rifle range, haven't we, Seth?
We have. We have that.
Tell you what, last year, the year before, my favorite rifle was my McWhorter 260.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, I've had them build me a 6.5 PRC, and it took the place. 260's good, but I really love this 6.5 PRC. 3,080 feet a second, and it's a lot of fun here on the range.
Absolutely. You know, this is what the Apex LR stock. You've got intermittent fluting, 24-inch with a 2-port side muzzle brake. And I love that color of the Cerakote that they use. The X5, 5-25 by 56, makes this thing a tack driver.
It is. We're going to send one downrange at 200 and see what it is.
Then what?
Well, then we can jump to 500 and then
There you go. How about it? Let's go.
All right, we're going to step on out to about 500 yards, and so I need to do 6 1/4 minutes. Right in the middle. All right, we're going to step out to 1,000. I'm going to go to 20 3/4.
Got it.
Oh. Seth was going to be hunting with his McWhorter 300 Ultra Mag, and that gun is just as accurate as the rest of them. And if you got a McWhorter in your hand, you're going to be doing good.
We'll start out at 200 yards, which is only 3/4 of a minute. I have it zeroed at 100, so let's shoot there and then we'll step out. Okay.
Right. sir. Oh! Right in the middle.
Well, secretly, Lamar, this is probably one of my favorite parts of the hunt.
Punching holes in paper or
And-
steel down there.
And shooting an accurate firearm just makes it fun.
That's all the difference in the world, isn't it?
Well, let's chase some South Texas bucks. How about it?
Let's see if we're not going to shoot them at 850 or 1,000 yards. But
No,
we're going to go have some fun.
that's right. Let's go.
This segment is brought to you by Borden Accuracy, makers of the most accurate custom hunting actions on the market. Manufactured in the USA to true bench rest tolerances. Borden Accuracy equals success.
So Seth decided to change things up. He decided to head to the feed yard. We've had a little trouble in the past hunting the feed yard simply because nobody really knows. It's just a harder place to hunt. The deer are a little more particular there.
A few days ago, one of the guides was scouting here and saw a great looking buck, real tall tines. So we thought we'd change things up this afternoon, go to the other side. Now, this place, full of javelina. As soon as we had javelina all over us, but a little more activity right away. So we're hoping we can take a look at that buck and see what he looks like this afternoon. It's still warm. Got a little breeze going, so it's helping him with the heat, but there's always hope.
And true to Bill, the feed yard was tough. But towards the end of the hunt, sure enough, as the light was waning, out steps a really nice buck, but it was just too late. He couldn't really judge it. So the next morning, always go to the sandhill. We've had a lot of great luck there. It's got a lot of history there, and it seems to always produce.
All right, guys, another day. I've been seeing a couple of big mature deer here. We're gonna set it out. Got a little bit of wind, but it's warm still, but maybe it won't be so bad. Maybe the deer will be on their feet this morning. So let's give it a try.
So the morning starts out really good. There's deer everywhere. And behind them is a real up-and-comer for the Novillos Ranch. It happens all the time. You're gonna see deer on the Novillos Ranch that are just too young. They may be a perfect size or something you wanna shoot, but at the Novillos Ranch, they die mature. The Sandera to the right is the longest one at the sandhill. It's a long way. It goes down and parallels a food plot with some brush in between it, and a few does stepped out. The does are in the Sandera, but at the very end, a really nice 10-point comes out. He's got some short tines, but he starts walking towards the doe.
Yeah, I like it. Some dark antlers on that thing. Let me get ready. He's down. Buddy. That is awesome. Whew. 350 yards. Quarter 300 Ultra Mag. He came out about 450 or so at that Sendero and made his way all the way to these does that were feeding. Got a good look at him, decided that was the deer for us. see a white belly and a rack. Classic, just classic South Texas buck. Got those dark antlers, big old mature head on him. Looked at him, he's about 6 years old. We saw a lot of young deer. We even saw just a great looking up and comer 6x6 this morning. And this is the type of deer we were looking for. Came out all the way at the end of the Sendero, about 400 yards, 420, something like that, and made his way up to these does, and he was chasing, he was back and forth, left and right, and we decided we were going to shoot him. Made a great shot. The McWhorter 300 Ultra Mag just absolutely dropped him in his tracks, and just a pretty 5x5 10-point South Texas buck here on the Novillos Ranch.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by Extreme Wildlife Adventures, Hoff Power Auto and Outdoor Stores, Surge Pro by Biofac Crop Care, Ultimate Antler Deer Feed, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, and Mesquite Creek Taxidermy.
First morning out, there's what we consider the newest blind on the Novillos is up on the north end. A company had come in and put a pipeline through, and we put a blind on it, and it's been really producing well the last few years. It's just breaking daylight. We got some deer in the Senderos already. Unexpected cloud cover and a little bit of drizzle. But I think it'll help because this week's supposed to be awful dry. Hot. This is our best chance today to get something done. Let's just hope last day Lamar is not here this week. So we get in there and we get settled in, and it's not long before we start seeing some deer. And there was a deer that came out behind us, and it was going to be kind of an awkward shot. We got situated in the blind and took a look at it, and after a little bit of deliberation, we figured it was going to be a go.
Hello folks, and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the devices we use to shoot and hunt long range. These are ballistic solvers made by SIG. They've always made a great product, but these are even better. These brand new models are the thing.
And right now, as far as I'm concerned, they're the be-all, do-all right now. Right. So like they, with the 10Ks, which is the Bino system, you're able to range out to 10K reflective, 4K on trees, 3K on deer. I mean, like the 8K on
I
reflective.
can't shoot 3,000, can you?
No, I can't. 2,500 on trees, 2,000 on deer on the 8K. And then you're talking about, like, if you go down to the battery saver mode, you're restricted to 2,000 yards.
Yeah, I can probably get by with that.
And you're going to double your time on that kind of stuff. But a good key feature for us in the hunting situation versus the 2400, to where we had to go into the wind menu, cycle, start at 0, go all the way around.
Took a long time.
Back out, change wind direction, everything. This new system is a whole lot faster. You're able to hold down both the range and the mode, hit hotkeys and takes you straight to the wind direction. You can go quick adjust up, down in your wind direction. And instead of having to hit exit and save on everything, all you have to do is just hold the mode key and it backs you all the way out and you're ready to fire again within seconds of getting that change. So in the hunting situation, I'm sure you're going to appreciate that part of it.
Absolutely. So these do everything. They do barometric pressure, temperature, they do inclination, and they have the applied ballistics.
They have the full
solver that does aerodynamic jump, Coriolis, EVIS, everything. It gives you a complete, all you got to do is put your wind in here, it gives you your dial up, and it gives you your wind hold, period.
Yes. And then also, with that being said, you got 4 modes to range. You got your line of sight, angle modified range, your applied ballistics elite, which is inside of the system, and then you have applied ballistics external, where you can hook to the Kestrel or the Garmin Vortex. You're talking about also the target modes, so where you can do first, last, best, extended range, fog, and mist, where you can eliminate all that refraction from that, as well as they have a better ability to go through a solar load whenever the sun's at the highest and it's all this reflection going on. It's able to penetrate that and still give you a better solution than the 2400s could.
Absolutely.
And then the last and most important piece that we have found with the 2400s that this is an improvement on is you're able to actually adjust the point of aim of the laser. 2400, you had to sit and do a search pattern to find out where in that circle it was. These you can adjust within one MOA.
One MOA, absolutely.
So that takes
that's huge.
And that takes our confidence up with these rangefinders at extended distances a whole lot. And I mean, like, I'm actually very excited to, like, for the students and coming to the True Precision Hunting and Shooting School, we're able to show them, they get to utilize these and get hands-on training with it.
Absolutely. So these are the be-all, do-all for a long-range hunter and shooter. If you got any questions, just give us a call, and that's your downrange tip brought to you by Alan and Keith and McWhorter Custom Rifles.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by McWhorter True Precision Long Range Hunting and Shooting School, Tacticam, Leo Photo USA, Sig Sauer, Trigger Tech, Brux Barrels, and Hawkins Precision. This segment is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
So we get in there and we get settled in, and it's not long before we start seeing some deer. And there was a deer that came out behind us, and it was going to be kind of an awkward shot. We got situated in the blind and took a look at it, and after a little bit of deliberation, we figured it was going to be a go. But you go bang flop. He's a nice 10-pointer, mature, dark chocolate horns like the Novillos usually produces. He's a good-looking deer. It's gonna be good. 6.5 PRC did the job. Doing 3,080 feet per second. It's deadly when it gets there. It was about a little over, right at 200 yards, maybe a little over 10 over. It dropped him in his tracks. I'll have to start shooting closer. Straight down. Sarah, what a pretty deer. Another management deer on the Novillos Ranch. Big old head on him, mature. Got the shorter tines, but he's a pretty deer. It's one of the things that makes it fun coming here is when you get to help with the management, and it's like hunting. It's not like hunting, it is hunting. And you're trying to do the ranch a favor, but it's fun doing this. Glad to have the opportunity to do it once again. We've done it for years on this place, and history tells us it's a good job. It's a good thing for the ranch to take off some of these deer, but a nice management deer on the Novillos Ranch. Another successful week at the Novillos Ranch. We'd like to thank Jackie Scoggins for all the times that he's made memories for us to enjoy for the rest of our lives. And the Novillos Ranch has a place in our heart, and it's just something that we're never gonna refuse an opportunity to go down there because it's just an epic adventure almost every time we go.